everybody, my name's Ed Durbez. This is 93 Driving. Today we're driving S560 Coupe. We've driven the convertible, we've driven the S-Class sedan, and today we're driving the Coupe with a 2.0 liter twin turbocharged, producing 463 horsepower and 516 pounds of torque at 2,000 RPMs for a car that weighs about 4,700 pounds. That'll get it from 0 to 60 in just in the mid 4 seconds, and a quarter mile just shy of a little bit over 11 seconds. So with all that being said, let's see what the Coupe's like when we compare them to the Cabriolet and the sedan. So without further ado, let's get the show on the road. S560 Coupe. One of the best things about the S-Class coupes from day one, it is the pillars. As you can see, it is all just wide open, and Mercedes has always have had that, and it gives you a feel of airiness. This car has the sky view sunroof, so it doesn't open due to the fact that it's got the sky. So it's tinted blue, so with the switch of a button right here, it just clears it right up, and it's like you can look right through it, just like that. I would think, or I would guess, I'd have to look into it, but I would guess that if it doesn't have the sky sunroof, you'd be able to open it up, and it would be like having a almost like a convertible. Okay, little traffic. So, you know, this car from a standstill, mid fours, and you know, the torque comes right out. 516 pounds of torque comes out right at 2,000 RPM. So let's check out and see what she drives like. We'll take it through all little hoops and take it through twisties. I don't think this is gonna drive. We're not gonna push it twisted just because this car's not meant for that. We drove the convertible, we drove the sedan, and you know, they were heavy. They didn't handle that well. So let's get on the parkway and let's get down to location. And let's see, because this car right now, I've been driving for a little bit, and it's just all about comfort, style. And I don't know if you got it on the pictures, but the video, but it's called Emerald Green, and it has Diseño interior, which is actually fantastic. And the wood inside looks like it just came off a Hinckley picnic boat. It is that luxurious. So, with me rambling on, let's get her down to location and see what she's like from a standstill, and see what that 4.0 twin turbocharge has to offer. Okay, from a standstill, here we go. Yeah, like I mentioned, this thing just takes off like a spaceship or an airplane. There's a slight hint until those turbos boost up. Yeah, that's some twin turbos, two small turbos to minimize that lag, but there's still that split second. So, you know, yeah, with the numbers of 0 to 60 in the mid fours, I can see. I mean, it is a heavy car, like I mentioned in the intro. I mean, 4,700 pounds. It's a lot of car, especially for a two-door coupe. So, let's go and drive her down to our favorite road, the twisties. We're not gonna push it because obviously we've driven the S560 Cabriolet and the sedan, and to be completely frank, that's not what these cars are meant for. They're more for cruising and getting you to your destination in comfort and style. And you know, if you were cruising down the Autobahn, you could easily be doing triple digits without even breaking a sweat. So with that being said, let's get it down to our twisty, and let's see, you know, we'll just take a first quick spin and see how much body roll there is, because I'm gonna assume there is some body roll just because it's heavy, it's a little bit tall. So let's get down to location. All right, here we go down our favorite twisty road. We're going actually in the opposite direction this time, so you guys can get a different point of view of what the road looks. So we're coming down, this is where we come up the hill. Yeah, and you know, like I said, you can feel the mass of this car, so there's no point in pushing it hard, because this is exactly what it's not meant for. This is just cruising here comfortably in style. It has the bolsters on the side that inflate whenever you take a turn to hold you in place. We have it in Sports Plus, just because it gives you a little more noise out of the engine, and it keeps you higher up on the RPMs. Like I said, you know, it comes up to 516 pounds of torque. They come up live right at 2,000 RPM. So it's got a really nice thick steering wheel. It feels really nice on the 9 and 3. It's got a little bit of grooves on it. Obviously it does come with paddle shifters, but nobody who buys this car is going to use the paddle shifters. It's just, but yeah, it runs smoothly. You know, brakes are strong, but you know, they're not meant here to give you that much communication. That's not the point. It's just supposed to be a relaxing drive. All right, so let's give it a little point of view and head back the usual direction. Heading up our other twisty road. Let's give her a little power here and see what she's like on this road. Yep, it's just like a wave of just, it feels just what I said earlier. It feels like a jet. There's some crackle and pops, even though it's not an AMG. But it holds the road really well. I mean, it's a heavy car. I mean, it's a 4,700 pound car. You know, we could have pushed it a little harder, but what for? It's like I said earlier on the other twisty road, it's just meant to just cruise along. But the power that it does have, that's pretty potent. So let's head back and do our final thoughts. All right, my final thoughts with the Mercedes S560 Coupe. It just drives like a comfort. We're having a Sports Plus. I'm sure if we put it on comfort, this thing would just be smooth. But you know, once you just give that, you know, we're about 2,000 RPMs. Once you just give it the hammer, why don't we do that one last time here, and then we'll finish with our final thoughts. Yeah, it just takes off like you're in a jet. It's comfortable. You can feel the thrust of that twin turbo, and it's just the way it does it so smoothly. And this car is just perfect for just cruising, like I said earlier. You know, an Autobahn, triple digits, no sweat. Going to the theater, amazing. And it's got plenty of room to carry 4 people. If you're over 6 feet tall, the back seats are probably not the place for you. My daughter and her friend could probably fit back there. Trunk wise, it's got plenty of trunk, and it's, you know, still is an S-Class, so you do have the trunk room. Quality and finish in this car is absolutely top notch. This car does come equipped with the Diseño package, which gives you the much nicer leather, and everything, I mean everything you touch is leather. It's either leather or Alcantara. Like I mentioned earlier in the intro, the wood in here, it is absolutely gorgeous, beautiful. So, you know, it's exactly for, you know, this car's tailored to somebody who's been very successful, and you know, they own a sports car, they own the Porsche, they probably own the Ferrari or Lamborghini or whatever you want to call it, and they just want a car that is extremely comfortable. It'll get you from A to B in complete and auto style and get you there pretty quick. So, you know, yeah, if you need to ask about gas, this isn't the car for you, because it'll eat gas with that, the thirsty engine, that V8, it'll eat gas. But, and the design of it is classic Mercedes, like I said earlier, with the lack of the B-pillar that all coupes have always had. So yeah, it really is an amazing car. And you know, sitting at Mercedes-Benz of Arlington right now, so it just came in. The person who owned it never drove it, apparently. It just sat in the garage, 3 years old, with only 13,000 miles on it. So my friend JT just, you know, said, you know, time to trade it in. But anyway, I'm rambling on. No, but it's just, these cars are just so comfortable. You have the bolsters that inflate depending on which direction you go. Like I mentioned, steering nice and thick, gives you nice information. Brakes, they're strong. They don't have a lot of information coming back, but for this car, it's just basically, like I've mentioned before, I believe in the S560 sedan, it is basically a land yacht, and that's what it feels like. When you give it the gas, it feels like that. It feels like you're giving thrust to a big boat. But yeah, it's absolutely amazing, and I highly recommend it if you want something that is just completely low-key to some extent. So with all that being said, I hope everybody's having a fantastic day. I was checking the analytics the other day, and believe it or not, 98 of you guys watching the videos are not subscribers. So I don't know what I gotta tell you. Do subscribe. It really does help the channel grow. Comment, turn notification bell on, give it a thumbs up, you know, tell all your buddies about it. And I can't wait to catch you guys all in the next video. A huge thanks for JT for letting us take this car that actually just came in. I will catch everybody in the next video very, very soon. Until then, bye.